Hello and welcome to Emirates 24/7.
Lots coming up tonight.
Humanitarian help. Why the UAE has become a global leader in aid efforts.
Webpreneurs. Why local entrepreneurs are moving online.
Plus, customers concerned. Why only 15% of people would recommend their bank. After the break, why savvy entrepreneurs are moving online. We hear from a success story right here in Dubai. Welcome back to Emirates 24/7. The internet has literally changed lives since its establishment more than a decade ago, making the world available to everyone at the click of a button.
It's also revolutionized the way people do business, with more and more taking the plunge and starting their own firm online.
Joining us in the studio now to tell us about his own success story as a webpreneur is Amir Anzur, the Dean of WebpreneurAcademy.com. Amir, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me on.
Our pleasure.
Pleasure having you. Now, you started your company back in the dot-com boom in the 90s, of obviously a very different climate from the way we see it today. But since then, you moved on to work with the likes of Google, Xbox, Samsung. So tell me a little bit about what made you realize back then that the web, the internet, was the way to go in terms of developing business.
I was a computer science graduate, and I saw the opportunities that the internet was going to give to everyone. For instance, in education, if you look now, any kid sitting in a village can get access to Wikipedia, whereas in the Encyclopedia Britannica in the 90s was $1,000. YouTube was free. And I saw that the internet was breaking down borders, so someone sitting in a village can compete with someone based in New York. And when you see this, you can't help but jump on the internet bandwagon, right? So that's what I saw, and it's taken a decade, but the world has shifted, right? I mean, if you told someone about the things that we have available right now to us, they think it's surreal. Anyone across the world has the same education level, from likes of khanacademy.org, for instance, and they have the same business opportunities. So right now, if there's only 2 people in this room, I might only have 2 customers, but if there was a computer screen here, I have access to 2 billion people that are now online. So it's phenomenal, and it's only growing at a crazy rate, and that's what we're going to see. So jobs are going to be lost for people that are not taking advantage, because either a computer is going to do it, or someone who's working for a cheaper salary based in India, perhaps, or Philippines is going to do it, or a computer is going to replace you. So that's what I saw a decade ago, and now that's exactly what's happening and will do for the next decade.
There's certainly a big push here towards supporting our SMEs. I think they make up around 95% of the UAE's economy. But is there enough awareness, enough encouragement, I guess, for people who are wanting to take their businesses online? What do you think needs to change?
I think Dubai is actually quite a leader in this region because it's full of entrepreneurs, right? So entrepreneurs push each other to say what's the latest thing, and the word of mouth is spreading. Definitely more so here than a lot of the other region, because Dubai attracts a certain type of individual that's more entrepreneurial. Some of the things that we could improve on would be, there's quite a high startup cost still, right? So you're looking at anywhere from 20 to 30, 40,000 dirhams for a free zone license. And that's quite a lot, because I get a lot of kids and stay-at-home mothers, and when you're starting a business on the internet, it'll take some months, years, till you start making your first few dollars. Whereas in the States, I can set up a business for $300-400, right? And in the UK, $200-300. So I don't spend as much of my income to start my business. So that's one of the barriers. I would say the amazing thing here is a mix of opportunities. So we've got different nationalities, and what the internet says is you don't have to make your money from Dubai. You could be sitting here and get customers in New York, or customers in Tokyo, or customers wherever you want, and your suppliers can be anywhere as well. So Dubai is perfect in terms of it gives us the world view, and it gives us the opportunity to exchange ideas with different cultures. Just the startup costs, and from being in Dubai for 4 years now, I see that they're always improving things anyway, so I'm sure it's coming as well. So
Absolutely. And just then looking at Dubai in particular, you mentioned a few of the incentives, obviously, or that people have for going online here. When do you think we're going to see it really start to snowball? When do you think we'll see people really adopt online as a major platform? It's still relatively slow, obviously more than the rest of the region, but it's still a little bit slow in Dubai.
I think when we see local success stories, right? So one of the things is that when kids see Steve Jobs and they saw Bill Gates, they saw, wow, I want to be like him in the States. But here, it seems like they're so far removed. They're in Silicon Valley, they're in California, etc. And when we see this region having someone that you can see that is sitting right in front of you and you're like, wow, that guy did it, so I could do it too. One advantage that the Americans have, and if you look at the top 10 companies, Facebook, PayPal, all these are Californian based, is that they have a lot more media, right? So especially in Dubai, we have such a mix that who do you go on to? Whereas in America, you have 300 million people all speaking the same language. That gives opportunities because the internet is about finding niches. So if you look at a country like Afghanistan, in the big scheme of things, it's a niche, right? But it's still a couple of million people, and at least 500,000 are online users. So what's going to happen is smaller niche entrepreneurs are going to come on. People that are making a few $1,000s or tens of thousands of dollars, not necessarily the Facebooks, because America has better PR than the rest of the world. But the smaller ones that are making people a living, a healthy living, and we're going to see that. So especially shows like yours, you're promoting entrepreneurs like myself, and that's inspiring other people. They're saying, a lot of people know me in schools and universities in Dubai. Like, wait a minute, he's on TV. I can see, they can picture themselves because they, see someone like them promoting.
Absolutely, got to get the word out there.
Yeah.
Indeed. Well, Amir, thank you so much for joining us this evening. It was a pleasure having you on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, are you keen to start up your own company online? Do we have a supportive business environment here?
Let us know what you have to say. Here's how to get involved.
Emirates 24/7 is now part of the social media revolution. To get your daily dose of the biggest stories, make sure to log on to our Facebook page, Emirates 24/7 on Dubai One. We'll keep you up to date with the news that matters to you. So join in on the nation's conversation.
Let us know what you think.